need to get dinner.
Because we don't have an Arby's at home. So we need to get Arby's. And we haven't eaten since breakfast, which was at 9 a.m.
Yeah, something like that.
So hello.
I was like, whatever.
We're here. How's everyone doing?
What are you guys up to?
We're on the road. Graham says finally. Well, we are in the middle of, well, we actually just left. I'm going to turn this way. We just left Saskatoon, and we're on our way to Regina. We're going to crash for the night real quick, and then head out to home.
Keep giving her.
Keep her going.
Is it Saturday tonight?
It is Saturday. That's why we're doing this, because it's Saturday.
I was on the way home anyways. I forgot what day it was. What's everyone up to tonight?
What's everyone doing? Hi, John. All good things come to those who wait. You're right, Glenn. You're right. And I'll tell you, I didn't realize I was waiting like 3 years to have Arby's again.
What else have we had Arby's?
It was as good as we remember because there's no Arby's in Winnipeg. Oh, hi, Mad Murdoch from the UK.
What's up, buddy?
Actually, we're going to pass right by SIR, which is the raceway that they were in on Wednesday when I flew in to follow for the rest of Miles Mayhem. Oh, hey, Wyatt, how's it going? Quester J, what's going on, man? Hey, David. Oh, putting a wheel bearing. How did Dan feel about being rubber-fisted?
It wasn't pretty. You gotta try new things, though.
So, for those of you who have been following with the rubber fist, this is what it now looks like. It's disgusting. Look at all these signatures. Like a whole whack load of people who signed it, which is exciting.
It's something, all right.
Oh, I feel like I want to sanitize my hands again.
It's exciting.
After that.
Chapel, crematorium.
Ooh. Do we want to get married or do we want to get cremated?
Yeah, it's a little different
Both?
here, right?
They're essentially the same thing. Hi, wood and metal. You know what? I didn't get burnt, but I did get very, very tan. Dan got burnt for sure.
Just in a few spots, wasn't too bad.
Oh, Jay wants to know, would you do it again?
Oh yeah, I want to build a car. I want to build my own car now. My own race car.
Yeah. And I'm gonna come for the whole thing next year. I'm not gonna fly in halfway through unplanned like this year. I'm gonna go the whole time through. Dan, would you do it again, including the 3-day build?
No. No, that was a lesson learned right there.
Does Dan still have all his toes and fingers after that adventure?
Yeah.
How was the test and tune?
We didn't do great. We finished dead last.
But you know what? You guys had the funnest time. You guys with the rednecks had like the best time.
Yeah.
With the Berkeley boys.
Yeah, no, I think we finished dead last in our class. I don't know if it was dead last overall or whatever, but we did win the sportsmanship award.
Yeah.
The most, whatever, the stupid award. We thrashed the hardest, basically.
Yeah. You guys, everyone, it was super cool. So everyone would always like cheer when I'm going to try to see if this will work for us. Oh, this might not work. I might just have to keep holding it. Everybody was like cheering every time they'd arrive at the track because they were always late.
We had to get the track to stay open. We were the last run for sure 2, if not 3 out of 5 days. We were the last car down the track to make one hit just to put a number down. What a freaking nightmare. You're just holding it.
I think I am just holding it. Sorry, that was a lot of my thingies.
It was a good time. I had a blast, dude. It makes me want to build my own drag week car now. I got an idea. I already got the car in mind, so I just kind of sent the guy a message because it's been out there for a while, and I think I'm going to pull the trigger on it now and buy it. It's on the other side of the country, so I got to get it shipped, but I think it'll be a wicked car.
And I've got
sourcing parts.
I met so many super awesome new friends and we have dubbed ourselves the Pit Chicks. And so next year we're really gonna do it right. Like, I mean, I wasn't actually going to be coming on this trip. I was initially staying home the whole time, and then like Dan was texting me a little bit here and there, and it just like seeing everybody's Instagram stories and stuff, it looked so fun. So I literally on Tuesday I was sitting at work in my office. It was like, I'm gonna buy a plane ticket and fly out to Saskatoon tomorrow and meet them there. And that's what I did. So 12 hours later, I was on a plane to Saskatoon. I had no plan. I didn't know how I was getting anywhere. Dan's co-driver, so like the guy that was actually racing the car, Josh, his girlfriend was nice enough to lend me her car for the day so I could go out to the track, meet up with them, and then drive back to her house where Dan's truck was parked. And then I followed them the rest of the way. And it was so fun.
It was a good time. It was a long day though.
That was a very long day. That day we didn't get to the hotel till like 2 in the morning. So we went from here, so SIR, and then we went to Forestburg that night.
That was a rough drive. That was the day we finally got on track, on time. We were driving
caught up.
That 55 Chevy with no headlights. That was sketchy.
Yeah, it was sketchy.
Yeah. Well, it had headlights. They were terrible, and they were pointing at the sky. And oh yeah, we tried putting a light bar on it. That didn't work.
Yeah.
So we had Dallas out front, which wasn't too bad. So he was kind of in the. We were just like glued to his taillights.
Yeah. We had a cool like little convoy, which was really, really fun to do it with the whole like with the group of people and bring the dogs. You know what? It would be really fun to bring the dogs. I just don't think for us and our dogs it's feasible. They're too big. Getting a hotel would be a nightmare. And like it's so busy. Like it was so busy. But thank you. Huge shout out to Chelsea, who pops in the chat now and again, for looking after our little babies.
Plus, I mean, if we had the dogs, like there was lots of days, like
it was hot.
Well, but we would leave the hotel at 7 o'clock in the morning. Like we were always, for like 3 or 4 of the days, we were doing yesterday's drive today, thrashing to get to the track, then we have to rip the car apart and do whatever, and then we'd race, and then we'd have to try and drive the next day. We kept breaking stuff at night.
Yeah, so like it wouldn't have been, it's not a thing for us at least to bring the dogs. Maybe if there was like a track in Winnipeg or something, like bring them for the day, but it's not I wouldn't call it a dog friendly trip for us.
There was many days we were in a parking lot at 2 o'clock in the morning ripping the car apart. And
it was like crazy, like it was hot. Like if I was at home, it would have been pool days all day. Like it was hot.
It was good though.
Super good. Sorry guys, I've been ignoring the chat. I apologize. Yeah, too hot. So they went from, they started in Rimbey.
We had Rimbey to Medicine Hat to SIR to Forestburg back to Rimbey. Right?
Yeah. So it was how many kilometers?
1,700 and some kilometers.
Like in 5 days.
Yeah.
Unrealsies.
Plus the Winnipeg to
yeah,
Rimbey.
Plus Winnipeg too. So he left last Thursday. So on July 1st he left.
Haven't gone a long time.
So he hasn't been home.
It's like literally 14 or 16 hour days of wrenching since Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I'll take her easy today, and then tomorrow I just want to crash.
Quester Day, y'all should stop in Mississippi on your way back.
Might as well. That car, I love that 55 Chevy of Josh's. Like, makes me want to build like a full-on like just greasy gasser like that. But I don't know. Whatever. It has to be a race car. So he had that thing. It was a 327 solid 327 with a Super T10 4-speed and a 4.9-inch with 530 rear end. We were cruising that thing, but it was like 4,400 RPM for 1,700 kilometers, just screaming. That thing had fiberglass doors, fiberglass hood, fiberglass, like no carpet, no holes in the floor. We had muffs on the whole time.
Yeah.
It was like being a stock car.
There was one point I'm like falling behind, and all of a sudden I see this thing just like kind of like flapping a little bit. I'm like, what is that? And so we're driving a little bit further. I'm like, oh, that's the fender falling off, the front fender. So I text Dan and I go, did you know the front fender's falling off? And all of a sudden I watch them slowly pull over to zip tie it back on. Because like, you just don't have,
Just kept motoring.
you gotta keep going. So it was awesome. Take a camper next year. How does it feel to get gas off your chest? Did you get gas on your chest? I don't know. Maybe I don't understand your comment there, Lewis. Sorry.
No, it's good. I actually give a shit about the actual racing and like placing. I just like the thrash of making it happen. I enjoyed that.
My favorite part of Dan's post during his trip was the sheer joy and laughter he got from watching his buddy driving the gasser around the lot after their labor of love got her running. That thing was a labor of love, 100%.
That thing, we like in the video I put up, like I haven't edited anything. I've been so busy, but
and like a lot of where we were staying was like Hickville nowhere, so there was no Wi-Fi or nothing.
Yeah, no Wi-Fi. But we got that thing running at like 11:30 on Sunday night, and we're ripping donuts in the farm there, and we had to be at the racetrack, which was like 6 or 8 hours away, at 8 o'clock the next morning. So we literally packed up tools and whatever we thought we needed, and just drove. So I was up for like 40 hours straight by the time we got sleep.
Glenn says, "No guts, no glory." He's got that right.
That was a lot of work. That car shouldn't have made it.
Oh, Laramie, thank you. That's nice. He says you're my favorite YouTubers are live.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, he would for sure do this again in a minute, Real World Garage. Like, he loved... I honestly, like, this is probably one of the happiest I think I've seen Dan.
Oh, ranching with your buddies in the middle of some parking lot? Like, oh, it was good times. We got so mad at each other. I loved it. Corey
says, damn, Dan, I was supposed to be in the event, car number 26, but bent some valves on the Saturday. Love that you were in Alberta. Huge fan. That's too bad, Corey.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that, man.
It was cool. We met, like, a couple of folks, like... that watch the channel and stuff came, especially like Marty and his wife Lisa, right? Jen? Oh no, my brain is so fried at this point. They were a huge help to you guys on the first day.
Yeah, we show up with, we did an oil change, we didn't have oil filters, and oh man, we didn't have like no spark plugs. The motor was wearing out steady the whole time. We'd literally have to change spark plugs every 150 k because it was mangling plugs. It was leaking oil so bad in the cylinder head. Oh yeah, it was nuts. It was a good time.
It was nuts. But like, so they were a huge help, and we got to hang out with them twice. Well, you got to hang out with them twice. I did once. Yeah. And like just some other folks that like stopped by and stuff just to see how things were going, and we're really understanding that like you couldn't really talk because you were fighting the car, but came just to say hi and support the suffer.
People were helping out and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. Like
dropping off hats and stuff.
Yeah, and waters and everything. Like it was really awesome to see, for sure. Yeah, so we are driving, so if the connection, we know that usually gets affected by us driving, so we probably won't be on super long, but we wanted to say hi. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been weird. Didn't do a live last weekend.
No, Deegan says, hey Dan, pleasure meeting you all at the gas station in Medicine Hat. Perfect way to break up a long drive.
Right on, man. Yeah, no, it was a good time. We stopped at a lot of gas stations.
A lot of gas stations.
Man, that thing burned fuel. It was unbelievable.
Charles, Mom and Dad, are we there yet?
I wish. I'm ready to be home.
Yeah. Hi, Dan. Nice to meet you. Whatever. Hand me that wrench. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened for some folks.
I really hope, I gotta go back and watch some footage. I really hope I didn't come off rude to anybody because I was trying not to be, but we were just like...
Yes, Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. I was trying to be cool, but there was like certain times where I was just like in such a rush. I felt bad because it was like, people wanted to talk, and it wasn't that I didn't want to talk, but it was like we had minutes to get the car. Like, there was 2 tracks where literally we weren't gonna make it. The track owner, or the guy who ran, the president, had to go tell the tech guys, you gotta let this car run, because we were at one point on going from
was that at Rimby or is that Medicine Hat?
Medicine Hat, I think it was Medicine Hat
to SIR, that one.
Well, no, we got to Medicine Hat, on the ride from wherever the hell we had to go through like the Badlands or whatever and stuff.
Drumheller.
Drumheller, yeah. So from Drumheller to I think it was Medicine Hat. We were driving, Givener. Well, on the way to the track, the slicks fell off the roof. The rear window blew out of the car. It didn't shatter, but it blew out of the rubber. And the transmission was giving us issues. The throw bearing was letting go, and all these things. And so we get to the track with like 45 minutes before the end, and we're like, what are we? So we unpacked the car. We're trying to jam the window in. They have to have windows for tech or whatever. Then the owner came up and he's like, just take it out. So we took all the glass out of the car. We had nothing in it. He said, just make sure there's nothing in the car that can blow out. So we did that. We made our pass. So yeah, it was. People were giving us a lot of breaks, more breaks than we deserve.
Oh, Chelsea's in here. That's it. Back to Winnipeg.
Yeah, I'm ready back. I miss the dogs.
Yeah, Chelsea, thank you for taking such good care of our dogs. We really appreciate that. And Mom and Dad are looking after them tonight, so thank you. The proposition you suggested for Peg was mint. The look on his face was priceless. Peg has a face? You propositioned him?
What did I say?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I said a lot to him over the week.
Yeah, but you did. Looks like Dan's doing the roadkill thing. Probably felt that way a little bit.
Yeah.
Should move to Alberta, says Rick. Oh, Rick. I'll tell you what, you guys. As you have heard me say, I love Winnipeg. I've always loved Winnipeg. I have thought of myself as like the advocate for Winnipeg life. But I'll tell you what. Alberta has done something to me. And I loved Alberta. Like, I'm already like, we can go back for this thing. We can go back during this. Like, I'm trying to find every reason why we need to go back to Alberta because
Alberta's pretty good.
I loved it. I loved driving it. Like, I loved everything about it. MK, DD Speech Up, DD Speech Up, DD Speech Up. Hey, are you DD Speech Up? Oh, Ed wants to know what the car ran.
Whatever they give you and you don't make a pass. It ran bad. Our best was like a 9 or something.
Ryan is who you got your blankie from.
Oh,
he says hi too. We had so much fun meeting you guys. Pit Chicks for life. Your blanket's in good hands. It's somewhere back here, but it's in good hands. We promise. Are you buying a car while you're out there?
Yes.
So when he was driving out, literally, like, all of a sudden, like, 4 or 5 hours after he had left the house, I get a text be like, I bought a car.
Well, that's why we're not jamming all the way home tonight. We're going to stay over in Regina because on the way back, I got to give the guy the cash to get the title. Because he didn't have the title at the time. So we got to buy a car tomorrow morning.
So, we're busy. Enjoyed the vids, long hair. Bring the dogs over when you get back. That's Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're ready to come. They're ready to be out in the world again. Oh, a couple of you asked how the dogs were doing with the kennel cough stuff. I believe they are all cured, Chelsea. She would have had to deal with it. But no, I think they're all good now. Where's the gremlin? Oh, we should have went and saw. I guess that was probably pretty far though to go see the
Yeah,
gremlin.
it's under 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Jake was sent me some pictures of it. It's just all overgrown now, so maybe the guy is willing to deal. We'll see. We need to go back out west next month or something like that, I'm thinking.
I think so. I'm down. I'm
Okay,
ready.
well.
Ooh, look at those hills. I've been like, pretty much every like 15 or 20 minutes, I'm like, look at the hills. Look at the cows. Look at this. Because like, Manitoba is so boring, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, like, I feel like my world has been opened on this trip to how lame Manitoba is.
It's pretty lame.
It's pretty lame. What's the new car?
Well, I'll have to wait and find out.
Stay tuned. MK says you all had a good time. That's all that mattered. Seemed like it was a memorable. Here, we're back. We literally just drove through a little valley, so we lost you guys. Sorry. But yeah, I was telling Dan that I would have been so, like, had mad FOMO if I didn't end up flying out.
Actually, you know what? So we're just going by this thing, Big Mers in.
Yeah.
It's just outside Saskatoon. Go on, if you guys could do me a favor, go on their Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and just give them a thumbs up, DD's Beach Up, because that guy So the owner, so we went to Big Mer's because it's Big Mer's, right?
Deliciousness.
And well, I want to get a T-shirt for her.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we go there, we do that. So we're ripping the car apart, working on the transmission in his parking lot. The guy's super cool. He had to leave to go take his dad to I guess his dad was pretty old or whatever, to I guess it's the senior center or whatever the heck. So he's like, I'd love to stay and help you guys or whatever. Keep doing whatever you want. He had a shop behind the restaurant. He gave us the code to it. He's like, anything you want, it's yours. Use it. And he just left. And he gives a little tour. And he was building these. I did a little video on it. But he's building these. He built like a shopping cart, like a size of a car, with a small block Chevy in it that he's gonna do. And he's like, any tool you want, whatever it is, it's all here. Air compressors, whatever. And he just left. There was a 427 Chevy in there. There was a 540 alcohol injected, blown, like just whatever you need. And just trust us. Dead strangers, and so we're ended up borrowing a bunch of tools off him and stuff like that. Well, he wasn't even there, so he was huge help. So if anyone's in Saskatchewan, go buy a burger for one.
So go like their Facebook and their Instagram. Tell them thank you for the speed shop. Like,
man, that guy saved our bacon.
Yeah.
And he gave us a good meal, which was fantastic.
Build a gremlin for Danny to race next year. I don't know that I'd want to race. I honestly, the pits was the place to be.
Yeah.
Oh, hope everything's going to be okay. Kevin says it's storming bad in Oklahoma. Dan, will you be posting some footage from the last few days, Lisa says.
I'm going to try. Well, I will, but...
Probably not until,
I think I have one video I have almost edited. I'll see if I can get it up. It's already, so it's 8.
Depending where we stay tonight,
9,
maybe,
yeah.
but by the time we settle in and whatever.
We'll see. But yeah, no, I'll do something hopefully up for tomorrow, or maybe on Monday, worst case.
Oh, hey, BW.
A couple of videos.
So jealous of you this week. Dan is doing race car stuff with his buddies. Is the best. Gonna have to do drag week at some point.
Yeah. Well, I'm hooked on it. I want to do more of these things.
Yeah. Chelsea says explain the fist.
No.
Chelsea, I'll tell you on Monday. Hey, Mountains Garage.
Somebody.
I know, I'm very golden right now, and I'm living for it.
You got a lot of sun hanging out.
TH Man Peg looked like he was having a blast. I'll tell you, everyone was having a blast. Like, huge shout out to Miles of Mayhem. What, Steve, is that his name that organized it? Oh, we're so bad with names. But they did such a good job. This was the first time it ever existed. And like that whole family, it's him, his wife, and they have like a pretty much newborn baby that they brought with them. And like they put on such a good event. So go follow them on Instagram too.
Yes, you do.
Follow their Facebook. Tell them again. DD Speed Shop said that this is the best event ever and that we all have to go next year. So.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
It was. I honestly, like, for me, I didn't really know what to expect. Like, I didn't know if people were going to be nice. I didn't know if it was going to be really boring or what. But, like, it was, yeah, time of my life.
That was a good time. Yeah, no. We got to do another one. We got to get in the States and do one.
Yeah. You know what, CCTC? You think I had the whole trip a total of maybe 4 beers? It was so hot, you guys. And I had to drive because I was following in the truck. So there was no... The main thing was I had to drive. So there was no drinking for me until the last day. As soon as 2 o'clock hit and the event was over and Dan could drive again, I think that day I crushed quite a few beers.
Yeah. You had a few.
I had a few. The pit chicks. We had to celebrate.
Yeah.
How long of a drive do we still have?
I don't know. It's 14 hours. It was a total drive. We're probably, I don't know, halfway. When we get to Regina, it'll be another 5 hours. So we'll do 5 hours tomorrow. So probably 8 or 9 today and 4 or 5 tomorrow.
There you go. M&D, thank you. He just gave us $50.
Well, thanks,
Man, thank
that,
you.
buddy.
That's really sweet of you. We appreciate that so much. Scott says you should make a movie out of your race trip, or they should make a movie out of your race trip.
Man,
It definitely could, like, talk about the ultimate road trip adventure. That was it.
Looking back what happened, it would have been better if Danny was there because I couldn't even do the filming. There was just so much going on. It was hard to film.
Yeah.
Like, literally day one, we didn't make it 40 miles and we were already ripping the car apart. We were dead last. We had to get, we go to Dallas and he flat towed us in a semi. He had a semi race truck. We got flat towed to the Canadian Tire parking lot. We were there for like 4 or 5 hours figuring stuff out. And, oh, it was bad. Then it started raining and I had to get the wipers. And, oh, yeah. And at one point there we were driving through Saskatchewan. It was tornadoes and stuff like that. It was pretty intense.
No, Rick, we are in Saskatchewan now. Left Alberta this morning. You know what, Graham? I didn't even try a PC light.
Really?
Yeah, I actually feel like we should stop at the LC before we go back to Manitoba and get it. Because I know they have PC light in Saskatchewan. So I feel like I feel like in honor of Peg, I need to have some PC lights or something. You should come to the Honky Drake Strip week down in Minnesota. Oh, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, it was a brutal. So.
Dave says next year Tech Modern brings a drone and film support follow along. That actually probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
We needed a full 53-foot trailer full support.
Yeah.
Man, we were ill prepared for that trip. We had the rattiest car there, like by far the rattiest car.
Yeah. And like the least amount of like stuff to go with it. Like some people had like good little trailers that were full of like little tools and everything. Like
we just jammed a bunch of stuff in the car and sent it.
The Hillbillies had an engine crane with them to like switch their motor in and out or whatever.
Yeah,
like they were motor swapping every day. Like that was nuts.
Yeah. No, we were. Everyone thought we were crazy. We built that car in like 3-4 days.
But you were crazy. They weren't wrong.
We made her happen.
Oh, Tony. I was having Queen DD withdrawal today. Glad you guys are back on. Thanks, Tony Greason. Tiny bucket of bolts. Did you see that I had posted that picture of you and Mikey looking at at all the bolts?
Oh,
just
yeah.
that pile of random bolts he had.
Just trying to make something work. Holy moly, yeah.
You guys may have had the rattiest car, but you had fun, and that's all that matters.
Oh yeah, I had a blast.
Absolutely. And Jai says, look at that hippie hair.
Thanks, Jack.
Hey, Jason's Garage. CCTC, you're gonna miss the live feed next week? Well, shame on you. Were there a lot of cars in it?
There was 120 cars registered, I think. That's what they said.
How and when did Danny meet up? So, on Tuesday, I was sitting in my office, looking at pictures and stuff, and then I decided I'm gonna go. So I literally booked a plane ticket and left at 6 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Had to fly to Calgary to go back to Saskatoon, and then met up with them at SIR and followed along from there. It was awesome. I enjoyed driving the truck with air conditioning. Are you enjoying having air conditioning again?
I'm enjoying not being deafened by the motor. Just, oh my god, for hours. Well, I think that was the day we put the most miles on. The SIR day.
Yeah.
Because we had, the night before we grenaded the rear end. So we had to wake up early, we put 3 or 4 hours in, got to the track, then we had to screw up the track, pull the transmission out. Then we got it all back together with big motors, and then we put on, that was like we didn't go.
Good night, Quester J.
Later, buddy. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. So we ate dinner like 7 or 8 o'clock, and we drove right till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you guys went out for dinner, and I went to go pick up the truck. And so I missed dinner, so I just grabbed some nuggies for the road, and off we went. My friend Chelsea took care of the dogs while we were gone. Auntie Chelsea took care of the babies. We are very excited to get home and see them. We miss them.
Yeah. It wasn't really another car. I think we just pushed through the other night. But,
yeah.
My parents never tonight.
Hey Dan. Oh, Marty says old school or LS for the Mayhem next year.
Old school. I got an idea.
You won because you tried and not many people do that.
We made her happen, and a bunch of cars didn't make it to the end.
On Wednesday, like almost half the cars had dropped out.
That's
right?
that's what the lady told us. I don't know if it's true or not. The announcer from the track on either Wednesday or Thursday said 120 entered and there was 78 remaining or something like that, she said. So there was some fancy cars that dropped out.
What would you call your trip? 2 lane, no sleep?
Yeah.
That's actually a good title.
I did not get a lot of sleep.
What was the best ET in miles per hour?
I think the best round was a 9.0. It wasn't fast at all.
Did the GTO win?
I don't know who won.
We were at the awards, but like there was so much just like.
The problem is we didn't know anybody. Like, so we were literally, when we were showing up at the track with an hour and a half left of the day, everybody had left.
Yeah. So
Like-
there was a few groups that like were sticking
Yeah.
around or weren't in like a big rush to get places that we would meet. So
But all the heavy hitters,
they were done and gone.
well, the way they did it, so you'd get there, the track would open at 9 or 8 for tech, and then 10 o'clock would start running. Well, 10 o'clock, that's when all the fast cars would be. So they want them to just get down the track while it's still good and all that, I guess. So they'd be done, like they put their licks down, they'd be gone by noon. Well, we weren't there.
They were usually there right before the track closed.
We made one driver's meeting of the whole
Yeah.
5 days. We missed the first driver's meeting. We were late getting there. It was crazy. It was a blast. I loved it. I'm hooked.
DD Speed Shop and CEL Customs need to do a collaboration. A 7-day 55 Chevy build from start to finish, then we can raffle the car. Oh, right now that sounds like so much work though, Charles.
Yeah.
Your friend sure had a nice area outside the shop for the test run. Did it make you want an acreage?
No, I didn't like it out there. The farm was cool and all that, but it's in the middle of nowhere. That's the big issue, is that there's no internet. Anywhere I was, there's no internet.
Martin says, Dan is so cool. I want to be like him when I grow up. I'm 56, LOL.
Don't. I aged like 3 years this last week.
Hey, Joe G, how you doing? Thanks, Ross. We are safe and we had a great time. Are we talking about Peg? When aren't we talking about Peg?
Yeah, he was a good dude.
Graham, did you see Peg Leg? I heard he was there.
Yeah, every day.
Every day.
We got our fill of big leg.
And what a fill it was.
That guy is always on.
In the best way. Nicest human on the planet. Truly.
We didn't film it or whatever, but we went out to the keg together.
Yeah.
Holy moly. That guy is a hillbilly through and through.
That was probably one of the funnest nights was when we went to the keg, all of us. Because they had no idea what was going on. And you guys know how much we love the keg.
They thought that was like the fanciest restaurant. Might as well eat with the Queen.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable, those guys.
Yeah, Henry says no internet, no parts store, no good.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like an hour away from Saskatoon. What a nightmare that was. And Saskatoon had no parts. I couldn't believe the lack of automotive support.
Well, that was, I think, part of the big deal why Wednesday seemed like such a long day. Is you guys were spent so much time running around like trying to find parts.
Well, it was just like, so when we went out, I had to bring a bunch of parts with me. One of the things I had to bring was instead of 9-inch Ford drum brakes, like 2.5-inch, I think they're 11. They didn't. I had to get some locally and shit and drive over because Saskatoon didn't have any. Like, I realize they're not being used every day, but you'd think there'd be a pair of brake drums.
AK, get it together, Saskatoon.
And then
Figure it out.
we busted the 4-speed shifter. So we're like, oh, whatever. I mean, I know locally here, if you want a 4-speed shifter, you just go down and buy one from a speed shop. They had nothing in stock. No one had anything. I'm like, no amount of money can fix the problem. So that's why you take it all apart. And, oh, what? That's the pictures of with a bucket of bolts trying to figure something out.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
BW Peg was wearing the AGD beer case.
Yeah.
AGD, who kindly supplied a lot of beer to us.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. I didn't even know that was a business, but
Me neither. We
they
need
like
AGD.
to party.
Yeah. No, Graham. I said earlier, I didn't try one PC Light this whole trip. Peg certainly did.
They get one or two.
Just a couple. No, I was driving, Graham, so I wasn't really drinking. Gotta be safe. All
Wasn't
the
really
rules.
drinking.
Did Dan actually have a beer? No.
I had to be responsible and fix the car all the time.
And Dan also still doesn't drink.
That too.
Well, hey, Gordon from Arizona. We're doing great. On our way almost home, eventually. Eventually. Actually, like, this was the most driving I've done in a long time, because I usually, like, I don't really drive that often, but, like, in the city and stuff, so I did so much driving myself as the follow vehicle.
You probably did half the miles, I guess. You probably put 1,000 miles on it.
Yeah, for sure I did.
In your air conditioning.
In my air condition, listening to, oops, sorry, that was my hand, listening to my audiobook, which was actually, like, it was great. I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, some of the days it was hot in the day and cold at night, and you're just, no big deal. That friggin' 55 and no windows in it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There was, what day was it? Super hot when we were on Thursday. We're in the middle of fucking nowhere, like middle of nowhere, no shade, nothing. And I was just starting to overheat. And so all of a sudden I started walking away. I'm like, I'll be back in like 10 minutes. And Dan's like, oh, where are you going? I'm like, sitting in the air conditioning. I did that a couple of times that day.
Yeah.
Could you not use your 55 for next year, says Rick?
Yep.
Could have used it this year, but
Yeah,
it was all about the experience with Josh's car.
I want to build a car specific for this. I want to build a drag week car.
Yeah, Mike, the car made it all week.
Shocking, I know.
Hi, Brian. Hey, Michael, in Western Australia. Any breakdowns? So many, Ross.
Every single day. The only day we had trouble free was yesterday.
Gordon just said that I should reach over and give you a wet willy.
No thanks.
Man, it's flat there. You know what though? This isn't even flat compared to Manitoba. Like, this has some hills and stuff, rolling plains. Manitoba.
Yeah, that was a little bit late. It's pretty flat here. It was.
Hey, Robert's Garage, how's it going?
It was hilly before.
Yeah, it was a lot hillier before. My
Robert's Garage was happening, man.
my wrist is starting to get sore here.
Well, you haven't really done much all week, I guess. You have flabby wrists.
Yeah. Andy says, hey, awesome, you did it.
Yeah, we did it.
I think Josh is going to go home and cover his 55 with the tarp and not look at it again for a while. He needs a break.
He was a little angry at it. A lot of things have fought us so hard. But really now it's all lined out. At least the chassis works. It needs a different driveline.
Yeah, there's lots of cabins. Like, Winnipeg is known as cabin country. There's a lot of lakes and stuff, I guess. We don't really do lakes and cabins though. Oh, All Classic says, congrats on completing the build and making it through the week. It's one of those experiences you'll never forget.
Yeah.
That is true.
We learned a lot. Like a lot. What not to do next time.
If the alignment is good on the truck, Dan can take his handles off the wheel and let the truck follow the highway, take it and relax.
Pretty much. No, this is.
Hey, give the kid. It was so good to meet you. He was who I met at the track that I was talking about, how he did drag racing, like made a big name for himself in Alberta and stuff, and he lived in Saskatoon, and when he went to like U of M or something and then back.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, Gib, it was so good. I can't remember your real name, and I apologize. But it was super cool to meet you, man. It was awesome. It's great to meet you, Danny. Queen energy.
Yeah, she's full of herself.
I'm so full of myself. It's unreal.
She demands a lot of attention.
You can't help it. Quick change rear end is a game changer for those events.
Yeah. Yeah, or an overdrive transmission or something
Oh,
like
I feel
that.
like I'm gonna regret having just taken this out because I can't. Well, you guys can look at the roof. There you go. That's the roof. I gotta put my hair back up.
Why'd you take it out?
I don't know. It was just impulsive.
That's embarrassing.
Sorry, guys. I don't know why I did that. And we're back. Can Dan tell us if it's a Ford, Chevy, or Dodge? The truck's a Ford.
It's a bird.
We never get to see any cruising Canada in the 55. What gives?
We don't really cruise across Canada that much.
This was like one of the first times we've ever driven anywhere. Looks like it's a motel and pillow time.
Yeah, we're like an hour and a half away from town.
Hey Tim, how's it going?
Wherever we're gonna end up around.
Yeah, it's definitely all about a good time, and a good time was had. Also today I got to see penguins. And I love penguins, they're my favorite. So that was exciting.
A pretty big day for you.
It was a very big day for me. What was the most unique vehicle there? Josh's 55 Chevy.
Well, yeah, the 55 Chevy
And
we were in was pretty unique.
The
and then
Dodge
and,
truck. That was like 8 Dodge trucks.
Dallas drove a semi-truck that he
Yeah.
made, an old Kenworth that he put a Detroit motor in. That was pretty unique. You know, there was a lot of late model stuff there. There was like a lot of Hellcats and like newer Mustangs and stuff, which was cool. There was like CTSV, there was a couple Corvettes, and there was a lot of 5-liter Mustangs, or like what are Fox body Mustangs that were LS swapped and stuff. There was a really nice, like 70 or 71 or 2 or something like that GTO. There was a stick car out with that thing, fucking honked. There was it's from Winnipeg. It was a 52 or 3 Chevy 4-door sedan with a turbo LS in it that
It was so cool. We've never met that guy ever.
it worked. That car really moved.
And we had never seen it in Winnipeg before, but like NATO plates and stuff.
We don't
And
know the track though, so maybe
That's
it's up
true.
there. And I don't know if there's anything really weird, but that was about it. I mean, there's lots of other cars there, Chevelles and all those things.
Oh, Sinister Slinger, how's it going, man? So awesome to meet you guys and get that picture at the end of the day on Friday. I still say you guys are big YouTube superstars to me. Man, it was good to meet you, though. You survived that heat.
It knows everybody though.
Yeah.
Every hot rod, he just knows everyone's phone number.
Oh my god, Danny needs her Dan fix. Yeah, that was a big part of why. I missed him. I missed my long hair.
I'm pretty missable.
I can't, like, what do you, ooh, cows! Welcome to what the last 15 hours have been for Dan. I couldn't help it. I like the guy, and I missed him, so I came. The story of the glass reminds me of my grandpa's tale of driving before the days of safety glass. A goose ended up on his lap and scared Grandma. But the worst part was driving home after dark.
Yeah, I believe it.
Goodness. Saw you at the track but didn't say hi. I was too busy. Big Pickle, that's okay. It was a busy time.
We were a little busy too.
Yeah. Tim, I flew out impulsively on Wednesday, which is very non-characteristic of me. Like, I am a planner. I plan and I execute.
Yeah, you didn't really ask.
Yeah, I didn't even ask, really.
I was driving and you sent me a few messages or whatever, like, oh, just looking at flights. I'm like, all right. Then by the time we were done, you like stopped getting gas a couple hours later. You're like, so I booked the flight. I'm like, cool.
And it was fine. What would you do if Dan got a mullet? I've asked him many a time to get a mullet. I think it'd be sexy.
They're not for me, I don't think.
You know what? It was weird to fly. So there's definitely not lots of flights going out, Ed. So I had to fly. The plane I went on first was to Edmonton, and it was full. I was in the middle of two, like, healthily large gentlemen. So I sat like this, like all squunched up. But then from Edmonton to Saskatoon, the flight was like empty, or Calgary, wherever I was. It was empty. So, yeah, but it was fine. Like, there wasn't a lot of like weird COVID-y stuff. You didn't need to do a test first. All they did was they took my temperature. So you like stood in front of a camera at the airport, and then they like take your picture and your temperature. That was it. Nope, we don't need to self-isolate when we get home. We took care of it. You'll sleep good tonight, says Glenn.
Yeah, I'll already sleep.
Where's Nogger, Canada?
Not good, Canada.
I don't know what that means. Oh, have fun, Dave. Thanks for popping in. It's good to see you.
Hi, buddy.
We love you too. Enjoy Black Widow. I think we're gonna rent that tomorrow.
What's Black Widow?
The new Black Widow, the superhero from Marvel, Scarlett Johansson. Her character has her own solo movie now.
When did that come out just now?
Yeah, it was supposed to come out last year.
Oh, it's just straight to the DVD.
Well, they did like how Wonder Woman, how you can buy it and watch it. They're doing it that way because they didn't want to wait anymore. Because they're still racing at the Gimli track.
I actually don't know if they're racing at all.
Hi, Larry the Boxer.
At home or not. Ed would know.
Yeah, Ed'll know. Ed, is there racing at Gimli?
They pushed it off for June. I don't know about July.
Aw, thanks, All Classics. Great to see you in. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Hey, man.
So when are you guys going to get some advanced series Chevy trucks on the channel?
Advanced series Chevy trucks.
Thanks, Wood and Metal Garage. Thanks for popping in, man. Oh, see? Ed knows all. Gimli canceled the July 17th weekend event.
Really, eh? Man, that's brutal. It's so crazy, like out in Alberta and stuff, everything is just full blown going.
It was so, like, okay, so us going to the Keg, that night was Dan and I's my first time eating out in a restaurant in, like, almost 2 years. You'd been doing it all week at that point, but
Yeah.
no mask, no, like, again, Alberta, you're calling my name.
Well, yeah. Well, they were just giving her those guys, making money.
Puglies, yeah, it was a really good adventure. You should be jealous. We had a good time. If the track is open in Winnipeg, will you go?
I don't think so. It's not something that happens to a race car.
Thanks, Tim. We always appreciate you coming in and commenting and all of our stuff, man.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it, man.
Charles says Dan is rocking the D. Snyder look. All he needs is a little makeup from you, Danny.
Yeah. That's for after hours.
Yeah. Curtis says, I have a loft in my garage which can fit a bed if you want to come to Alberta. It gets pretty warm.
It's tempting.
Hey, Carolina Classics. Hi, Mr. Chevy Truck. Event Series Chevy Trucks. 47 made 55. Made 47 made 55? I don't know what any of that means. I'm sorry. Frank's Garage. Advanced design Chevys are late 50s, early 50s Chevy trucks.
That's really my deal.
Hey, Thumper. I know. How's it going, man? Salty. I want to rock.
Man,
If I were going to go to the casino.
to sleep. We're not gambling, really, are we? I just want to stay somewhere fun. I didn't think we're staying
I
up
thought we were
partying
gonna-
and watching a show.
Oh, I thought we were going to maybe gamble a little bit. You know?
You can. I'm going straight to bed.
Straight to bed.
I slept good last night and I'm still tired. I woke up just tired.
But again, you're trying to make up for like losing probably, I'm going to say at least 60 hours in total of sleep. And I think that's being generous. Or like not being generous enough. Do you want me to drive?
Oh, good.
I've offered to drive like 100 times and he will not let me. What?
Big tea kettle.
Whoa, guys, look at the tea kettle. That's pretty neat. Big little teacup. I think Josh was telling me about that teacup actually, as he knows that I enjoy roadside attractions. Oh my gosh. M&D. Thanks, man. He gave another $20 under his other pseudonym.
He's such a good dude.
That's very sweet of you. Thank
support us
you.
losers to waste the money on useless race cars and stupid trips we shouldn't really go on.
Yeah. Do they put any turns in the roads up there to keep you awake while driving?
Turn right now. We're barely making it. Look at this bank.
Look at this turn.
It's basically NASCAR.
Aw, thanks, Tony. Tony Greason says, safe trips, sweet dreams, rest up, buy a car, good night.
That's the plan.
When you start hallucinating in 3D, it's time to pull over.
Yeah. No, I'm good. Once the sun goes down, I don't like driving right at the dusk there. That makes me tired usually.
Well, we can trade then. I didn't mind driving at night.
We'll be there. We should only be another hour and a half ways.
Yeah. Are you a fellow Guatemalan? I am not. I am Guyanese, Métis, and Norwegian. Pretty flat across the gap. Yes. The biggest tea kettle in the world is about 40 miles south West Virginia. I see it often, says Joe. You guys, it's a random A&W in the middle of the field. It's not as good as the actual one that I want to go to, but like, still not
You
bad.
drove by that night you were
But
there.
I couldn't notice it. It's so dark.
Yeah, you just weren't paying attention.
Well, I was trying not to crash and die. Oh,
Hour
my
and a
fingies
half.
are really getting sore here.
Hour and a half from Virginia. I'll do another half hour or so.
You think my fingies can last half an hour?
Yeah, I do. Those Arby's eaters?
Build the Black Widow for Drake next year, says Ed.
And local Ed?
Yeah.
No, I'll send a message. No, Ed, I got a cool car, man, for drag week. Or whatever you want to call it.
Good night, Mr. Chevy Truck. God, I'm sure I can figure out a way to like.
Am I still on your boobs?
But then all they would see is my double chin. Here, I'm gonna try to. Ah! Oh, dang it! I got too excited too fast. Okay, let's try this again.
There's no way that's going to work.
It's gonna work. Watch it. It's gonna work. Okay.
Just...
No. Look. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that sounds pretty good. You watch movies that way now.
So we're gonna have to kind of keep cleaning up. But actually, no, as people type, it usually pops up.
You can also get the chat on your phone and read the comments on it.
Oh, I could.
Just turn the volume down.
Yeah. No, usually as people talk, it'll just pop up.
Yeah, but it'd be close to your face to see.
I have great eyesight.
Guaranteed you don't.
I have better eyesight than you do, for sure.
Sure.
100%. 100. Right? You guys know that. Oh, Rick, we had Arby's for dinner because we don't have Arby's at home.
Yeah, ours is pretty good.
Oh. I was like, whoa, why am I here? It's because it's, it's us. Dan looks so tired, says Bandit. Yeah, he is. He is tired. Until you hit a bump and the phone flies out the window. Well, Hopefully that doesn't happen. Wow, that's wild.
Why do you keep taking your hair out?
Because it's just, I don't know. I'm feeling fidgety.
Yeah, you're all jacked up. Wasn't that herb?
I don't know, but yeah, I'm like really. It was the horsey sauce.
It is good.
Horsey sauce did it. Yeah, you're cool. It was wild. The road is straight, the truck's going straight, set the crew's take a nap. Says Thumper.
There's a bunch of corners here we're going through. It's a pain. There's a lot of traffic that keep passing.
Does Dan drink any coffee?
No, I cut it out. I was getting into iced coffees
Like hard.
for a while there. I was like, nah. I started getting headaches, so I wasn't drinking it. I didn't like that, so I
He's
just
getting caffeine addicted.
cut out all the coffee altogether.
Aw, unicorn. So how did the 55 turn out, Dan?
It's pretty rough. It's a pretty rough car. It's all together and runs. I mean, it's for a race car. It's fine.
Does Dan stand for drive all night?
Yeah. No. Then started for another hour and a half. That would have to. 10 o'clock, we're shutting her down.
The drive home is always long. That is correct, Tim. Oh, thanks, Lisa.
We didn't start till 1 o'clock.
Yeah, we got a late start because I wanted to go see the Penguins at the mall. It's priority for me. Have you ever heard of the Kilton race cars?
I have not. I'm not really big into race cars. I like just
Good night, Charles. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Hey, everybody. I like just kind of old cars.
Lots of caffeine and Coke. That is true. But coffee, I feel like, is a different caffeine than Coke. Like, I realize it's the same, but it just hits different.
Well, I tried to cut out Coke at the same time.
Yeah.
I haven't been drinking as much sugar.
Eduardo, the babies are at home, being looked after now by Mom and Dad.
Yeah, I wonder how Frankie's going to handle that. I can't wait for her to just completely hog the bed.
Yeah.
Have Mer complain about it.
Mer's gonna be so mad. But he'll love that he gets to complain about it.
Well, they always want a dog that lies in bed with them.
Yeah. Because Buddy doesn't really.
Frankie'll do that.
Hi, Murray. Coke is better than coffee. I would agree. I love a good Diet Coke.
A little cocaine always keeps you going. Yeah. Very own like Smokey and the Bandit here, just cruising. We should like get a bunch of beers across the Texarkana line.
But we're not in a prohibition.
I don't think they were prohibition either. It was just something with the law.
No, they were. It was like a prohibition. They were in a dry county.
No, it was.
Yeah. How do I know that? And I've seen a whole 10 minutes of that movie.
You paid attention.
I did pay attention to those first 10 minutes. Accurate. I got the CUDA home on the 5th. Plates yesterday, first drive today. Oh, that's good, Thumper.
That's awesome, man.
Make your own caffeine patches. Soak Band-Aids and Coke.
What are these curves?
Are we in the curvy part of Saskatchewan? I'd fit in here.
It's like basically a road course out here.
Oh, thanks, Gordon. We'll see you later. Bye.
Hey, buddy, thanks for popping in. I guess we went later usually because we're in a different time zone.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
It's only
So, because 7:30 for us
it's
is
actually 9:30.
9:30 there.
Or 8:30. But it's actually 9:30 at home.
Yeah.
an hour past our usual time.
Oh, wait. Did you reach out? For you, Peg. Hey, Muppet. Fist bump. I see Dee. He's saying speech up. Dee, speech up. That was so funny when he got that going the other day.
That's pretty ridiculous.
Nothing worse than getting stuck behind a flatlander on the highways in BC. They slow down for corners. Oh no, they're all getting in on the Dee speech up thing. Peg's writing Dee and they're going speech up.
Jeez. Is that a I have something else to do this time while they're harassed people.
You made it home okay there, Peg? Safe and sound? All snuggly wuggly? It's 10:50 in Pittsburgh, says Joe. When's Dan gonna dye his hair to match mine?
Probably never. I can't keep up.
I've asked him if I could put like pink in his hair or something, but he always says no.
That's not for me, I don't think.
Plus, I would not like I like being the one that has it.
You don't want any competition?
I don't want any competition. Oh, thanks, Bandit. Yeah. Did you even notice that I freshened it up before I came out?
Yeah, it looks great. I didn't know what was going on.
I didn't even know my own name anymore.
By the time you showed up, I was tired.
I think you were tired by the time you got there.
Yeah. It's good though. You gotta give those guys, like all those guys that you see thrash, you know, they're gonna go, how bad can it be? It's pretty bad.
DD Dan. Try 5 genius. Or DD Dan equals try 5 Jesus. Oh, actually, we got something good coming up next week, shirt-wise, for you folks. Yeah, I just keep forgetting to make it go live. It's all in there, ready to go.
Can I get one?
Yeah, you can get some made for us.
We gotta get the logo, gotta make some.
I forgot about that. I gotta do that first. So in 2 weeks, there'll be a new shirt launch.
Are you terrible at that? Did you get the other shirt too?
He's almost done, I believe.
We need to get all these shirts faster. The cars will be sold by the time the shirts come out.
Yeah, that one was delayed for some reason. I'm not too sure why. We're out from Good Guys Car Show today. Time to hit the bed. Safe travels. Thanks, Jason. I hope you had fun.
Everybody, yeah, have a good time, man.
Did Dan resurrect to Try 5 too? Dan and Thump Automotive Necromancers. Dan needs a sweet tan. He is quite tanned for him.
Not that bad.
You got a pretty good sunglasses tan going. Mm-hmm.
I am. Eh. What are you gonna do? Away she goes.
Spray tan.
No. Really spray tan individual at all.
My shirts from you guys. So much I only wear them on special occasions.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, Rick.
Man.
They're not that nice.
I wear them all the time. Well, I'm wearing a peg shirt today. But
DD equals Dirty Dan. Oh, was he dirty? Oh my gosh, you guys. Seeing the shower after he showered on, what day was it? I think it was Thursday morning. Oh, it was disgusting in there. Like, it was so black. It's nasty.
yeah, I ruined a few hotel showers. Oh, is that what you can do? You're lying on the concrete
Yeah.
or gravel. Some of them, like that one we pulled the transmission, that was gravel.
Oh, and I was lying on the gravel too to get that shot for you. My whitewash jean shorts are black.
Thanks for going the extra mile.
You're welcome. On a scale out of 10, how fat and sweaty were we? You guys, I'd probably put it like 15.
All of it.
Y'all were sweaty. It's sweaty.
It was gross for a while there, yeah. It was a good time. I had so much fun though. Honestly, I was like, I don't know, one of the most fun, like the last 10 years, most fun I've had type thing. Like, God, was it a good time. Hanging out with those idiots and meeting all those people, and it was a blast. No, I'm not even into racing, and now I want to build a race car.
Yeah. No, and honestly, the people were such a big part of what made it so much fun. Oh, John, I miss you clowns already.
Man, Peg is such a good guy.
You guys, he's just Peg, you have my heart. You have a very special place in my heart. I love you so much. That's why I'm keeping the fist.
Oh yeah, she's going up in the garage. I'll use it as for turning a light on and off in the basement, or I have a chain.
He says, want to go to the cake? I absolutely do with you again.
Man. We are absolutely going to the cake, and that was
We ordered some appetizers, so we got this like brie cheese thing that Dan and I like, and it's just like, you know, like warm brie, and then it comes with like a jam to put on top of it, and Dallas takes a bite, puts it on a toast with some jam, takes a bite, and he's just like, he looks at me like dead in the eye, and he goes, that is not good. He was like, it tastes moldy. He's like, yeah, it's cheese. Cheese is mold.
It was good. We walk in, so we're sitting at the front. Well, they're like, oh, we just have to get a table ready for you. And we're like, okay, whatever. And we're just dirty.
They are disgusting.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
at that point,
We're
I
all
guess.
greasy. There's 5 of us. Like, oh, we need to get a table ready for you. Like, okay, whatever. Well, they walk us by all these empty tables, put us right in the back, eh? Just because, like, oh yeah, the hillbillies go in the back. Anyways, Peg's walking up. He asks some waitress, excuse me, darling, where's the shitter? He says, right in the middle of the restaurant. Holy fuck.
But she goes, oh, I'll show you. She takes him and shows him where the pooper was. It was very funny. We had a great time.
That was ridiculous.
Junior's not as happy on Christmas morning as Dallas is when he's eating.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
we love Dinner Dallas. Dinner Dallas is the best of all the Dallases.
So,
On it.
I think I get moody over food. Dallas is the guy driving that Kenworth. Oh my god. He was so mad at me. Whatever night we blew the rear end up, we got into it, me and him. Oh god.
Because he wanted dinner.
He was hungry. He was freaking mad. Yeah, we were eating. Oh, was it good? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. He was pissed off. He's walking to the gas station. Well, I'm just gonna leave. And I was like, oh, okay, buddy. Yeah.
You all had your moments of like,
Oh, yeah.
I hate all of you.
Mine was day 1. I was so tired and cranky. I was okay, I think, the rest of it. The first day. Peg, like, I hardly felt anything the first day. And Peg was saying when he's watching the footage, like, yeah, you were a little cranky there the first day.
Well, and then on like Josh, Josh I feel like was kind of in and out of just the stress of the car or whatever. And then my love never wavered. Actually, Peg, I'm going to talk about when your love wavered. Was when we were at SIR and you guys were something needed to get welded or whatever. Was it the shifter? And yeah, it was the shifter. And Peg was just like, I'll just weld this for you. Give it to me and I'll weld it. And like you and Josh are trying to find that part or whatever. And Peg is like standing there holding whatever it was that needed to be welded. He's just like, I'll just weld it. Tell me how you want. I'll just weld it. And he just was getting madder and madder and madder. He's like, you guys are just calling around for parts and it's stupid. I'll just weld it. that was when you out of 10. How drunk was I? I don't know that I can even count that high. And Peg, I can count to like 1,000,000.
It was a good time.
Did he wind up punching someone like Jeremy Clarkson?
He came close, I think.
I think it probably
Me and
did.
Josh came pretty close to fisticuffs, I think, a couple times. That was good. I had a blast.
It
No
was
return.
super good. Yeah, I'm really excited. Next year, I'm excited. I'm gonna come for the whole thing. I've got a big plan on how to help make the Pit Chicks time more enjoyable. We talked about a kiddie pool for next year because it was hot.
You guys got it all figured out?
Yeah, we're gonna expand the living room.
Well, no, shut her down. I got to pull over and pee.
Romance on the highway, gang. All right, that's it. That's all then for us.
Yeah.
just like that. Okay, bye, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. We love you all, and we'll
See you next week.